Hello, hello, hello. It's Darlene from Sand Creek Quilting, home of Featherweight Doctor. How's everybody doing? I have been away for the last week or so. We have had quilt camp, and then I went right into some events in Omaha at Celtic Quilter, and so I am so happy to be back with my online community. I'm going to open up some windows here on my laptop and I'm going to say hi to some friends. We're going to wait for Katie to jump in on us. How's everything going? You guys have a good week. It's hump day. Let's see. I am got that up. There she is. Okay.
Hi.
Hi. They can't see you yet. Hang on one sec. I'm gonna say hi to some girls, and then I'm gonna pull you in.
Got it.
Get that ready to go. So this week I'm still a little jet lagged from being in Omaha. I was in Omaha for the whole weekend and flew back in really early Monday. I think I was up at like 1 a.m. to catch my 6 a.m. flight in Omaha. So I'm still a little travel hungover. So I apologize if the words do not line up outside of, how they come into your brain and then they're like not coming out of your mouth properly. That might happen. I'm going to just fully warn you. All right, let me pull up my feeds and we're almost here. Hang on. So today we have a special guest with us, and this is an up and coming designer. I really have to credit Ray 100% for the connection. I think Katie was on, it may have been even a full year ago, and she had several patterns released. I mean, I'm just a fan. She's a cool lady, and I think she's a spectacular designer. And so she told me she's had a lot of life changes in the last couple of months, and so I said, "Come back. I want to, have you reconnect with my community." And so she's going to be joining us here in just a minute. I see. Over on YouTube, I see Ashley's on. Hi, Ashley. Julie Campbell's on from Tennessee. Pam Ernest is on from Maine. Polly's on from UK. Hi, Polly. And Elizabeth is on from Indiana. Jen's on. Hi, Jen. Let's see. I just haven't even got to my Facebook feed yet. I'm gonna have her on here in just a sec. We're gonna ask her some questions. If you guys have questions for Katie, I'd love for you to put the questions in the chat, and I can attempt. Hold on, this is gonna. Oh, sorry. Okay, let's see here. Let me say hi to some friends. We have Lisa Meadows on from Phoenix. Hi, Lisa. Nancy's on from Lake Stevens. Becky's on from Kennydale, Texas. Hi, Becky. Mel is here. Hi, Mel Mitchell. Thanks for tuning in. Let's see. Pauline's on from Texas. Debbie Allenson Claire is on from Kentucky. Hi. She goes, "It's hot, hot, hot." Could you send a little of that my way? It's been really rainy. Kathy Zoka's on. Linda's on from Tennessee. Hello, Shirley Smith from Minnesota. Thanks for tuning in. Bonnie's on. Linda's on from Montana. Kathy's on from SoCal. Odie. Let's see. Okay, and Marsha's on. All right, I will make you wait no longer. Let me introduce Katie again, our buddy from Zahm Co. And you're in Denver, right, Katie?
I am, yes.
Yay! Here she is. My
hello,
Katie,
hello.
what a lovely quilt you have as your backdrop.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, girl, you've been a busy lady. Do you remember when we first chatted? Was it a year ago?
Not quite. I think it was October.
Okay, August. So the fall.
Yeah. I looked through my notes from last time.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why I know that. But no, yeah, I've you kind of touched on this. I got married in November. So
Yay!
last time I think I mentioned, yeah, some, a little break from Zahm Co.
You were a little wide-eyed about wedding details, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. Yeah. So wedding happened. We had it up in Estes Park, Colorado. And then we went on our honeymoon after the holidays to
Okay.
Belize for
Oh,
almost
wow.
2 weeks. Yeah. So it was great, great time.
Fantastic.
Um, yeah. So yeah, nice little break there. But I have been working on things in the interim, and yeah, this quilt is one of them.
It's pretty spectacular. Is there a name for that beautiful quilt behind you?
There is. It's Astra. Astra quilt.
That's the new one.
Yeah,
Yay!
yeah. I think I showed you guys like a sneak peek
But you were
block of
kind of,
it.
it was still all kind of coming together for you. And
It was. Yeah.
you have been through layers and layers of like how to package things, because it can be expanded into different sizes, and whether it's a pillow topper or bed quilt, if it's two colors or more of a traditional layout, like you've had a lot to work through.
I did. Yeah, I really wanted my goal on this one was for it to be fat quarter friendly. That was really the goal, and I love the sawtooth star.
Mm-hmm.
So between those two things was really kind of the heart of it.
Yeah.
And then I branched out, and I really wanted to try a variety of colors. Um, the one behind me is a traditional, which
Yeah.
is more yardage. It's not so fat quarter. The fat quarter one is going to be the modern. I'll kind of show you right here. And so this
So
is,
cute. Are
I think,
those are pieced, girl, or is that no? That's the fabric that has the strips in it.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
pretty. That is really
Trying to
pretty.
throw you off there. No,
Yeah, I was
it's
like, oh, that's a lot of piecing.
no,
You know,
no.
I don't like little piece quilts.
Um, no. I as my last pattern artwork, I mean, I do like flying geese, so this definitely has some flying geese in it. It
Yeah,
has some like log cabin corners, and then the center block
yeah.
um, piece as
I did
well.
your artwork quilt for my nephew for his wedding. I think I tagged you in the photo, and I loved how it went together. I was even able to figure out how to web it together, so I didn't actually have to even. I laid it all on the floor, and then I just did my stacking to be able to web all of my pieces in order. It was perfect, like how it went together like that. It took me like an afternoon.
Yeah, that's great. I've heard that feedback of not necessarily the webbing or chain piecing. That's awesome. I'm not the best at that. I should probably do that a little bit more. But it is, once you get through all the flying geese, putting it together as a whole is super quick, and I like that about that.
Yeah,
About that.
I really like what I liked about it was they were really big pieces too. So like the quilting, I did this really intricate like all over quilting pattern on it, and it just elevated. I mean, your design was already spectacular, but the quilting pattern gave it some movement and some texture. And
Mhm.
yeah, my last I heard, my nephew and his new bride were cuddling with it on the couch in Austin, Texas. So
Oh, that's great. Yeah, you did a great job. I absolutely love the fabric, and the color scheme
yeah,
that you had within that was
it
just
was very pink. My
I,
daughter was hilarious. She goes, "Mom," she goes, "This is really a quilt for Shelby, isn't it?" It had like pinks and blushes. I'm like, well, yeah, kinda. Yeah, Davis got one. That's what she said. She's like, Davis got one for his graduation, so this one's really more for Shelby. And I said, yeah, it is.
yeah. No, it works. Good for Shelby.
Um,
Good for Shelby for getting that quilt. Yeah, I had one other modern I was gonna show you here. It's a throw size, so I won't be able to hold it up completely. But
oh,
you
I
can
love that.
again see.
Those colors make me happy. So this one's the fat quarter friendly one.
Yep, fat quarter friendly. So that mixed scrappy look is going to give you fat quarter friendly. Where each block is the same color for each one
Yeah.
is yardage. Yeah,
Okay,
and
very cool.
the whole symmetrical vibe, I love. And then, so all of what I've showed you, there's a pillow, a baby, a throw, and a bed size. All come within the pattern. And then I'll actually have like a bonus, if you will, on my blog and then a YouTube channel to kind of like walk through it of a few different versions. So one of them truly is scrappy, and another one is a 2-color block. So
Okay.
I have the pillow 2-color block there.
I have a, yeah. So ladies, this block or this size is going to be a class that we're going to offer this spring in-house. See the beautiful hand stitching on it? It's like the Zahm Co, but I have hired a teacher to do, she's calling it slow hand stitching. And so this is the design that we're going to do for the class. So I'm really looking forward to it. I think that is stunning. I mean, I just think it's stunning.
Thank
I really
you.
like the the 2-color is just so rich. I mean, I love the one behind you too, but I like that 2-color. It's just very striking.
Yeah, no, this is the back of it too. I like to show.
You didn't show me that. That is
I
awesome.
Well, most people want to see like, the pattern, but yeah, I love the back of that. I'll like flip it every so often on the sofa.
Of course. So what does your new husband think of all this like craziness?
Goodness. Oh, he's great. He's such a big supporter, and he helps me too. We'll be eating dinner, and I'm like, okay, I have a question. And I'm like, would you think this? And really it's just me like talking out loud, brainstorming, or like the color scheme. I'll kind of ask him like, hey, what are your eyes go to kind of thing.
Yeah.
But he's great.
That's fun.
I think the only thing he really doesn't like is helping me to baste a quilt. He's like, how do the other women do it? How do these other quilters, baste on their own? And I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, but this works.
He actually helps you like baste it with a needle and thread?
No, he'll help me. So I actually like spray it. And so we'll go outside, he'll hold it up, I spray it because I hate spraying that stuff in my house. And then we come inside and then we lay it out. And then we'll put the batting on. So he'll help me lay the batting on. And this is for the bigger ones, like the baby ones I can do on my own. And then we'll go upstairs. He'll hold the top of the quilt. I spray it, come back, and he'll help me. And we'll like flatten it out and flip it and flatten it out. It probably takes like 10, 15 minutes, but it's definitely not.
Bless his heart. He's just like, okay, honey, you better get used to it. She's not going anywhere.
Like, this is what I told him. I've not messed up quilting when I've based like this, so I just want to stick to what I know works.
Yeah. Do you
is it the fastest
own quilting like on your home sewing machine, like the one behind you?
It depends. No, this one I got long armed.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's huge.
Yeah, it depends. I have a custom quilt upstairs. She defines it as a throw, but it's not this big. I did on my own machine. It really just kind of depends.
Yeah. I can do bigger stuff on my home sewing machine, but I got, Princess back here, so that's what I call my automated long arm. So, in between customer quilts, I try to get at least 1 or 2 of my family members' quilts done a month. So,
yeah. Goals right there. Goals to owning one of those. That's awesome.
Well, I think a lot of, I personally know the work that goes into, a launch and a design, design work and the printing negotiations. And you do all this bivocationally because you have a full-time job too. So yeah, you're one busy girl.
Yeah, it's been wild. It's been wild, but I've been listening to a podcast. It's Perfectionism Project.
Okay.
Her name is Sam, and she's out of Australia, and she's on podcast like 300 something episodes. So she's been doing this for a few years.
Yeah.
But man, like I can't remember how I found it, but when I found it, it is awesome. Like because I'm finding I am a perfectionist, and I don't think perfectionists think that they are perfect. I think we're more scared of like the failure and the results on the other end of like trying things.
Yeah.
Anyhow, I have listened to her, and she really talks about like resting and being okay with resting and being okay with stepping away, not knowing everything is done. That's really
Oh,
resonated with me. And I,
maybe I need to listen to that.
oh, she's brilliant, I think. And anyhow, a lot of stuff she said has just really hit me. And I don't know. I feel like my past like 3 months of work and the success that's come from it is due to this podcast.
That's pretty awesome. We've been on a marathon in my home for about 2 years between
Mm-hmm.
COVID and the moving and then coming here to set up the store and all the things. And it's literally been over 2 years since we have like taken a break, like literally taken a day off, like other than our regular scheduled day off. And our vacation is this weekend. We leave on Saturday, and I'm really looking forward to just like when I'm in the shop. And I love the people. I mean, obviously, I love my job. I wouldn't go through all this effort if I didn't love my job and the people that I get
Totally.
to, the lives I get to touch, and the people that just I have found because of all this. And so I want to be at my best for them. And then, but when I find that I get to this level of exhaustion with the traveling and we had our first big national camp 2 weekends ago, and it was a lot. It was wonderful to see some of these women I would have never found myself in a room with naturally. And I got to hang out with like 24 of my buddies, which was great. But it's still a lot. Like I was doing the food myself, and well, not personally. I had my team. Thank you, team. And so anyway, I'm just really looking forward to like that, being able to walk out of the shop, literally have no cell coverage at all, and just kind of quieting my spirit a little bit, so I can be inspired, and I can think through what's next. But I can't. It's hard to do that sometimes for me because I get so like much like you, I'm sure, just busy in the details and the day to day operations, and so yeah, it's
Yeah.
good. It's good. How has your business grown since the fall? Like, um, this is your first big release since the wedding and all that.
Yeah, it's my first big quilt release. I actually released a few stickers back in February.
Yeah, my sister bought some.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because my twin sister, because she met you through the last time we were on camera together, and
Yeah.
like how you organized your like journal, like your journal stickers, like
Yeah, I have
yeah,
this is like old in February, but so a lot of them are kind of like for the calendar. So to help you with sew along, quilt alongs. I have a maintenance sticker. So it's kind of like, it's just, I don't know, it's just fun and in a different way other than, writing the words on there. So this is like the maintenance
yeah.
one. This is really popular. Quilt plans. There's a lot you can see on my website. And the most popular one is this little guy. It's super fun because it's glitter and it's
Well,
so
it's
happy.
glittery. I mean, come on, we
Yeah,
like our shiny things.
I know it does come out. So here, I'll just remove it for you.
I'm typing the website in the domain. What is zamco.com?
No, it's just Zahm.co, ZAHM.co.
So no.com, just co.
Correct.
Okay. Okay. I
Zahm.co.
just wanted to put this in the website link. So the Featherweight Doctor will be carrying the new pattern. I didn't know the stickers were there. We might need to talk about the stickers too.
Okay, yeah. I have another release of stickers coming out next month, and they're going to be more like the So Happy, just like a single, I don't know how the size, maybe 2 or 3 inches.
That's fun. That's fun.
Yeah. Yeah. So I had that back in February, going back to your initial question.
Mm-hmm.
And I released a small quilt, like a wall hanging quilt. I have it right here for subscribers. And I actually had one of my testers make this a pillow as well. And it was,
oh, nice.
you can, have it, her pillow kind
Oh,
of
it's
like
so
this.
pretty.
I did a little hand quilting on
Yes,
that
that's
too.
so pretty.
Thank
I
you.
love that.
But yeah, you're right. This is definitely my first like major release since I guess artwork.
And what
And
is the official release date?
great question. It's June 23rd, so
Okay.
it's in 8 days,
Right.
not counting down or anything. There'll be fun things on it. If you want to get a little discount with it, you can subscribe to my email and or subscribe to my newsletter with your email. There you
There
go.
you go.
And yeah, so next Thursday is the big day.
So we, as a company, Featherweight Doctor is going to do a pre-release on the release day. So we'll do pre-sales for the new pattern. And
Yeah.
I was thinking about potentially doing some block construction and stuff on camera during my regular on-air time to help people kind of see how things go together and all that fun stuff with your permission, of course. Because my community likes it when I just kind of sit down and just sew with them. So I think it's awfully ironic that Tula Pink, who's my favorite fabric designer, she just had her new Tiny Beast fabric release here this last week, and the pre-cuts arrived. Ironically, fat quarter packs, I might add. So I might do a Tiny Beast in the new Astra pattern fat quarter quilt. So how fun will that be? It's like two of my favorite things, pattern and designer.
Yeah, fat quarters are awesome. I love that. I actually need to look up that fabric because I haven't seen it yet, but it sounds beautiful. Her stuff is amazing. So
what I think is incredibly interesting is that she does most of her designing on paper, and then that translates over to the fabric, and she speaks into all of the colors. And another thing I find particularly wonderful is that everything kind of like goes together. So even like this is her new line, Tiny Beast, the color palette kind of still goes with like Curiouser and Daydream and other lines. So it's just genius because that means you can kind of mix and still all stay within the same color values and colorways. So
yeah, definitely,
that's pretty cool.
I think it's incredible. Artists, like, you can look at a pattern or a print and it just screams their name, you know, and they have,
that's cool. So
goals.
I realize have been pushing like a crazy woman to get this release for next week, but tell us what's coming in the future. Get us excited about the next thing.
After Astra release,
you're like, Darlene, one pattern release at a time.
No, you're good. I mean, for Zahm Co, I have some fabric, and I put a few bundles together myself, so I'm really excited about that. So I'll have some bundles on the website.
Oh, good. Yeah.
But after this, it's funny because I have a whole sheet in my planner of what I want to do through like basically December, you know, this year's goals. But
good girl.
I would say I'm going to try to push for 3 more patterns. And
this year?
Yeah.
Girl, child. Pace yourself.
Again, this podcast has really got me going. So it's a growth goal. It's not just a goal. It is a growth goal to have 3 more patterns this year. And then my main thing is I have a smaller class that I want to put out online. That is definitely a quilting class, but it's still in, you know, brainstorm mode. But that's definitely like a goal of mine that I want to do. So
very fun. I love that. I love that. Well, you will definitely keep us posted about how we can support you and what you have going on. I absolutely love opening up the community to inspiring, you know, strong boss babes, if you will. So you definitely fall in that category. So keep us abreast of the situation. Tell us what we can do to help.
Yeah, Darlene, thank you. I will. And thanks for having me on again. It's always a pleasure to talk to you.
It's fun. Well, be looking for Featherweight Doctor fans. Be looking for the pattern release next week on Thursday. I will still be in the wilds of Montana, so that is going to be on Ray and Mom.
I have a quick question before I let you go. When were you thinking of doing your class?
So I have an educator that is interested in doing not only some like traditional hand quilting classes, but this, she calls it slow hand stitching with the bigger, floss, embroidery floss. I think that's what
Yep.
it's called. And she we're going to cruise out the summer here. We have such a short summer in North Idaho. Everybody really just wants to be outside and getting as much natural vitamin D as we can. So as soon as the gloom and doom sets in, I'm thinking September, October, probably more like October, because I'm going to be in Phoenix again for more classes in September, and I don't like to do like more than one big thing a month. So it'll probably be late September, early October. But we were thinking about how I was thinking about structuring it was it's going to be a class or two, maybe a class on putting the block together itself, and then the next class will be the layering and the hand stitching. So it might be like a series of classes. My instructor is not particularly interested in doing it as an online thing. I just have to get her comfortable with it. Let me rephrase that. She's like, I don't know about filming it, and I'm like, okay, we'll work on it.
You're a pro at the online stuff, though.
Yeah,
so
I'm like, I wouldn't just like stick you out there and be like, there you go.
Definitely. Well, no, that sounds great. I'm super honored you want to use Astro Quilt for the base of that class.
It literally, like, the instructor and I have been like looking through pictures and looking through patterns, and we kept kind of bouncing some stuff back and forth. And I really like the idea of it being kind of like almost more primitive with like lower piece work, and then the stitches really being the texture and the movement of the project, like as a pillow topper. And so when I saw I was very flattered that you let me kind of get a preview of stuff kind of ahead of time a couple weeks ago, and I was like, that's it, totally it, that's what we're doing. And it like supports your business, and I think people will just love it. I mean, I think it's gonna go like gangbusters. So yeah.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me, Darlene.
Thanks, Katie. I won't be speaking with you next week, but I'm sure I'll be touching base when I'm back in civilization.
Yeah, have a great trip.
Thank you. Yeah, if you reach out, Ray will be on the grams. Okay. So
I love Ray. Hey, Ray.
she's back here going, hey. All right, Katie. Let me see. I think we didn't have any other questions. I think we kind of answered them all, so I think we're good. Okay. Have a good evening.
Yeah, you too.
Take your face off. You've been in makeup all day long. She had more camera work first thing this morning too.
It's been a long, great day though. But thanks for having me again.
Yeah.
We'll see you.
All right. Bye, sweetheart.
Bye.